This is an Extra 300, a £190,000 stunt plane capable of pulling 10G. Mark Greenfield is a crack pilot in the ultimate high display team. He's ex-RAF and a former global head of credit risk for a merchant bank. With some 2,500 flying hours under his belt, Greeners has agreed to get Steve used to the kind of forces he'll experience in the loop, Top Gun style.
You want to wear all this underneath it, do you?
You don't have to. You can take your trousers off.
Yeah, probably won't do that on camera, because I'm commando.
Kitchen.
Too much information, right?
Typically, people are comfortable up to about 4.5 G, and I think it's that level that we're going to practice today. You've got a pump here, which is your heart, and it's working really, really hard to keep blood up here as well as blood down here. When we pull positive G, that's effectively going to pull the blood towards the lower half of the body, which starves your head of oxygen. Okay, when your head gets starved of oxygen, that's a bad thing. First thing that'll happen is you lose your sight, okay, and then after a while, if you continue the sustained G, then you'll actually lose consciousness as well and go to sleep. Okay. Now, one of the things that we'll look at today is bracing your body so you're prepared for that impact, you're prepared for your body to have that reaction, and you won't actually go to sleep, because I'm guessing that if you go to sleep as you go into this manoeuvre, it's not going to be good. Basically, to prepare for it, you want to minimise the blood transport capability in the lower half of your body. To do that, to constrict the arteries and the veins, you've got to tense all of your muscles, your stomach, your bum, your thighs, your calves, and you've got to stress them. It's, without being indelicate, it's like if you're constipated, you're trying really hard to take a poo, and if you actually make the grunting noise, I'm not kidding now, this is, if you make the grunting noise, it helps. So kind of like a like this, and tensing the lower half of your body at the same time.
I thought I'd be apprehensive about this because I suffer from motion sickness quite a lot. Yeah, I've known Greeners for quite a long time, but I've never actually flown with him, and I know he's kind of a crazy guy, so there's a little bit of trepidation there. We'll see what comes. I'm looking forward to it in a strange, perverse sort of way.
Golf Yankee, Roger. 2 aircraft lining up for departure this time. Report that. We're off the ground. 3, 2, 1.
And here it is! Whoa! Whoa! That is unbelievable! Whoa! The stars in the eyes stuff. Very, very, very exciting. That's unbelievable! That was 4 Gs, very sudden, and I felt lightheaded. I felt like I didn't know where I was, completely disorientated. Wow! The power in that thing was extraordinary. I mean, the first really steep incline G-pull just blew me away. I wasn't expecting it, and I almost lost consciousness. In fact, there's a couple of seconds I can't account for. So that was pretty intense.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, break.
Okay, that was 5 Gs. Now, I felt myself tensing up. You may have noticed the expression on my face. I didn't really know what was going to happen, and I instinctively felt myself tensing up there, and I coped a lot better. I remained more aware of what was going on. Just feeling a little bit queasy now, Mark. Starting to feel a bit of motion sickness kicking in, but it's very, very slight.
We went into the snap manoeuvres at about 200 miles an hour. The first one we did, I deliberately didn't give Steve any warning whatsoever, so I think we were verging on sleepy time on the first one. But with practice, we worked on the sustained G turns, and it was very clear that Steve was starting to automatically tense the lower half of his body, almost without having to think about it.
But Steve had still only experienced a fraction of the aircraft's capabilities, given it has 300 horsepower and lightweight carbon fibre wings. And seeing as this airfield is the former home of the Red Arrows, it seemed only fitting to subject Steve to a second session with the pace cranked right up.
It's unbelievable. I don't know where's up and where's down anymore. Where are you? You still there?
Yes, I am.
Fantastic.
Some height on this one.
Okay, well, it's not too bad, not too bad. No! What? Oh, where are we? Oh my God! I felt all the blood rushing out of my head. How many G's was that, Mark?
You really want to know?
Come on.
7.5.
That was 7.5 G's. Incredible. I was tensing everything, even my toenails.
I know you can do it now.
We're going to practice a loop now, which is the closest I'm going to get to practicing my stunt. Here are my hands on the steering wheel. And here we go into the loop. And I can feel the G pulling. G pulling, G pulling. We go all the way over. And there's the ground. We're upside down. We're the right way up again. And G pulling my face again. Oh. Amazing. Hands feel really heavy. It's okay though, I can hold them there. That's 4 Gs.
Your boy did absolutely fantastically. Very, very awake, very aware, and I think pretty pleased with himself as well. And that was a big pull. Most people will really struggle with that kind of G, but you stayed in the game and did very well.
If I hadn't have done today, and I went straight into the loop on the car stunt and pulled 4G, I would have felt like I did on the first takeoff 4G. I completely lost it for a couple of seconds. So it would have been in the lap of the gods. I wouldn't have been steering. God knows what would have happened. So in terms of the stunt, this has been really, really good experience. I feel I can control G now. 7.4 I handled to some degree. 6G felt pretty good as well. So this has been great preparation. I'm really glad that I did it.
And push it. If it doesn't line up, then it's got a bit worrying.
The sleepless nights for the engineers had begun. They started welding 6 sections that would hopefully fit together to form the loop. A kilometre of box section and 5...
Looks like the loop's twisting a bit as well, which really concerns me. That is just spectacular. Hats off to Mark, the crane driver. Look at the precision here.